and welcome to my new series, Chaos and Memories. My name is Guy Dorsinville from Let's Travel Today. Let's make memories. And today, we'll be talking about traveling with ADHD. So whether it's a 10-hour ride or a 10-hour flight, it's not easy. There's boredom, snacks, meltdowns, bathroom breaks, and chaos. But here's the thing. That's how memories get made. So, little story. With my kids, a simple drive from North Carolina to New York is never simple. Got two with ADHD, one without, one's the combo type. If you know about a little bit about ADHD, you figure out what that is. And one's the inattentive type. All right. Add me, the ADHD dad behind the wheel. That's a recipe for chaos. Now, some of the challenges that we may have is forgetting chargers, constant talking, constant screaming, annoying each other, boredom. Those are things very common and synonymous with ADHD. But okay. Right, some of the fixes that we have are boundaries. Normally a wife and I, we set rules like karaoke, Jeopardy, then phones off, lights out. Back in the day, I used to go straight from North Carolina to New York. Now, as I gotten a little bit older, I need to stop. So we'll stay halfway. I can get a little bit restless, and I'll stay somewhere overnight, about 4 hours in or so. Start getting a little bit tired. Stay at a hotel, and then keep it moving the next day. Stimulation, which is an important thing that people need to remember. So stimulation is like, I'm seeing the same scenery for hours, right? And then I started getting tired. Like, it's like, yo, why you tired already? Like, you just started. Bro, my brain is bored. I'm seeing the same things for hours, right? So some of the things that you need to do is, if you're in this situation, is I create a trip playlist, right? Because I'm not gonna get bored of my own music, and try to stop at a few places where they got a lot of lights and gas stations, because I know, I'm almost close next to the finish line. Now, on a road trip, this is a question for you guys. On a road trip, who's the DJ in your family? Drop their name in the chat. All right. Now, let's talk about plane rides, all right? Plane rides are a whole different beast. So my ADHD kids, always hungry, always moving. So rule number one, always pack snacks. Snacks is important, man. Sometimes it takes a long time on the plane to come with snacks. They'll give you that 1 or 2 bake-off cookies with some soda. But they're still hungry, all right? Or you gotta wait to like midway through the flight in order to get some food. And truth be told, you need something to hold you over before that. So, is what it is. So bring some snacks. Normally what we do is we'll go and buy some snacks at the airport, or sometimes we'll bring some chips or something in our bag. But always recommend buy your stuff before going in, because you may be waiting a while. All right. Rule number 2, sit next to the bathroom. So you don't want to be that family where it's like you're next to some rando and like your kid's always at the end and like you're moving through like 5 or 6 different people, like we in a movie theater, in order to go to the bathroom. So normally I'll get a seat either like an aisle or 2. I'll get an aisle seat, or I'll get like one seat in. So they're just passing through me to go to the bathroom. Or when they say, hey, I gotta go to the bathroom, you let them go, and you're not really bothering anybody, right? Nervous moment for me, I'm gonna admit, I get a little anxious when that door locks at the bathroom. I've seen a few cases where maybe the one guy was locked in the bathroom for a whole plane ride of a few hours. I don't want to be that guy. So get a little nervous when they go in. They lock the door. Sometimes they're not going to be able to unlock it, but they actually do unlock it, and crisis averted. So no worries there. Now, flight rhythm, it definitely makes sense to keep a structure. So, I definitely pack my movies, pack all my games, pack the snacks, then finally lights out. That's the piece. All right. So let me ask you guys a question. What's your must-have plane snack? Drop it in the comments, all right? I want to hear it. Now, the payoff, all right? The ADHD, you got a lot of people, we got a lot of kids, a lot of parents, they want to know why. All right, so when we got to Hawaii, everything changed, man. Kids are asking questions. Hey, why this? Why that? What does this do in this culture? What does that do in that culture? Man, I've only been to Hawaii one time before. This was refreshing. All right, I like to do the research, and we learned together. All right, so they became curious explorers. I loved it. I learned. They learned. All right. Now, the learning part is when you see something so awesome. Some of the things that we did was like Pearl Harbor. They had a bunch of questions there. Going through the little submarines and tying it in with school, the history, seeing that live action history in person is definitely a humbling experience. All right, then, we went out to the Yodo Temple, which is kind of a temple, the replica done by Japan. We had some McDonald's breakfast, which included soy sauce, rice, eggs, Spam, Polish sausage, and listen, you in Hawaii, you get that. But those are the type of things, man. We went to luaus, skyline, views from our catamaran, and fireworks at the end. And that's what it hit me, man. The chaos of the whole thing, the totality of the chaos of travel creates the memories that last forever. So, question I have for you guys is, when you were a kid, what trip do you still remember today? What about the trip do you actually remember? Remember fighting? Do you remember what you did? Put that in the comments. All right. So, in conclusion, traveling with ADHD isn't smooth, it's loud, it's messy, it's chaotic. But when you get through the car rides and the plane rides, what's left are the memories with the kids. And you and them will never forget. I'm Guy Dorsinville, but let's travel today. Just make trips, I make memories. Thanks for joining me on the first episode of Chaos and Memories. And remember, let's make memories. If you want to book a trip, my link will be down below. And and stay tuned for the next episode. Peace.